Okay, in this video, we're going to learn about simple interest. Okay, now let's look at concept of simple interest. So when we invest money in a bank for a period of time, the bank will add an extra amount. So this extra amount, we call it as an interest. Okay. However, when we borrow money from a bank, we will be expected to pay back an amount of money greater than amount borrowed at the end of the loan period. Okay, amount of money greater than amount borrowed. So the difference between the money that is borrowed and the money that is paid back is called the interest. Okay, so first here in this case, okay, if we borrow money from a bank, okay, we borrow money, then we say that we need to pay the interest. Okay, pay the interest. Okay, now look at another situation. The interest, that is the money earned when it is invested. Okay, so now case of investment, or the charge incurred when the money is borrowed. Okay, if we make investment, okay, then the interest, we say that we will earn the interest. Okay, earn the interest. So borrow money, pay the interest. If we make investment, we earn the interest. Okay, the interest earned is based on the rate of interest. So this is the first factor, rate of interest offered by the bank or financial institution, and the length of the investment period. Length of investment period means that how long we borrow the money or how long we invest the money. If the rate offered is higher, then the interest earned also will be higher. Okay, or interest that you need to pay back also will be higher. Okay, similarly, the longer the investment period, the higher the interest earned. Okay, we have two types of interest, which are, the first one is simple interest and second one is compound interest. So in this video, we're going to learn about simple interest first. Okay, now look at the three factors that must be considered in calculating interest. So the first one is the principal. So principal, we use P. So principal is the value of money or amount of money that we borrow or amount of money that we invest. So that is principal. Okay, second one is rate of interest, so R%. And third one is time of loan or the time of investment, so we use T. Okay, now let's look at formula simple interest. So value of interest, I equals to PRT, principal times R times T. So if you look at here, P is the principal, just now how much money that we borrow or we invest. I is the simple interest amount. R is the rate of interest. So normally rate of interest we express in percentage. Okay. For example, R equal to 5%. So 5% also equivalent to 0.05. We also have R equal to 10%. So 10% also can be written as 0.1. But normally, value of R we express in terms of percentage. And last one, T, where T is the period of investment. How long we invest or how long we borrow the money from bank. Okay, note here that value T, this one must be in year. Okay, so be careful here. T must be in year. Okay, let's say if you borrow or you invest, for example, 10 months. So T must be in year. So value T from months, how to convert to year? So 10 months convert to year divided by 12. Okay, so remember, value T must be in year. Okay, if let's say you invest for 270 days. Okay, now days. So days, how to convert to year? So T must be in year. So 270 days divided by, okay, 1 year we have 365. Okay, in certain case we need to divide it by 366 because of leap year, and another one either you need to divide it by 360. So later on we see in detail when to divide by 360, 365 and 366. But remember, T must be in year. Okay, now let's look at example 1 here. RM 500 ringgit is deposited in bank account for a period of 2 years at a simple interest rate of 4% per annum. Per annum means per year. What is simple interest earned after 2 years? Okay, first step, you extract the information given. So 500 ringgit is value P. Okay, how to identify value P? Okay, I give you some keywords here. So P, principal, normally the keywords are deposit. Okay, you save money, deposit, save. Let's say Ali save 500 ringgit. Ali invested 500 ringgit. Ali make a loan of 500 ringgit. Ali borrow 500 ringgit. So these are keywords to indicate value principal. So 500 is value P for a period of 2 years. Period of 2 years. So means that value T. So remember T must be in year. So now T equal to 2. No need to divide by 12 because this one already in year. At a simple interest rate of 4%. So simple interest rate. So rate equal to 4%. Also can be written as 0.04. What is simple interest earned after 2 years? Okay, so means that we want to find value I here, amount of interest. This is rate of interest. Okay, so this is amount. We want to find amount of interest. If amount must be in RM. So don't confuse this one. So how we calculate simple interest just now? I equals to PRT. So 5,000 multiply 4% multiply by 2, then we get 40 ringgit. So if you save money in a bank for a period of 2 years with principal of 500 ringgit and the rate of interest is 4%, so after 2 years you will get interest 40 ringgit. So meaning to say that in your bank account you will have 540 ringgit. Okay, now let's look at exercise 1 here. Daniel lends Adam 1,000 ringgit for a period of 6 months. Okay, you read, extract the information given. So 1,000 is P, okay, the principal. For a period of 6 months. So this is value T. So remember T must be in years. So since 6 months, 6 divided by 12. So 6 over 12 also equivalent to 0.5. Okay, if you have long decimal point here, you round off up to 4 decimal point. Okay, for example, if you get 0.735246, okay, you just round off to 4, 7352. No need long decimal point. Okay, just to ease your calculation. But if you want to put T in fraction also, no problem. Okay, both form, decimals or fraction are acceptable. Okay, if Daniel charges a simple rate of 8%, how much interest Adam pays Daniel? Okay, so simple interest rate are here 8%. 8% equivalent to 0.08. Okay, how much interest Adam pays Daniel? So that means that we want to find value I. Okay, simple interest. So we know that I equals to PRT. So I equal to principal 1,000, rate 8%, and T is 6 months, okay, 0.5. So if you use fraction also no problem. So if you calculate this one, amount of interest, you will get RM 40 ringgit. So if amount of interest, you put RM. Okay, now let's look at number 2 here. Suppose Fakrul invests 2,000 and receive an interest of 75 ringgit after 8 months. Calculate the rate of simple interest. Okay, calculate the rate. So now you want to find value R. Okay, extract the info given. So invest 2,000. So P is 2,000. Receive an interest of 75 ringgit. So means that value I equal to 75. After 8 months, so this is value T. So months convert to year, divide it by 12. Okay, 8 over 12 equal to, okay, let's say if you want to give your answer in fraction, let's say here you get long decimal point, right? So you just round off to your 4 decimal point, okay? But later on your final answer will be slightly different, but no problem. Okay, I show you both methods. Both method means that I show you if you substitute using decimal point as well as using fraction. Okay, now let's calculate rate of interest. Okay, since we have value I, so we use formula simple interest just now. I equals to PRT. Okay, we know that interest earned is 75 ringgit. Principal is 2,000. So you want to find value R, multiply by R, and then multiply by T. Okay, solve this one. Okay, 2,000 multiplied by 8 over 12. 4,000 over 3. 4,000 over 3 R. Okay, so don't forget R here. So now you want to find value R. So R equal to 75 divided by 4,000 over 3. So R equal to 75 divided by answer. So I press answer here, answer referring to your previous answer, which is 40,000 over 3. So this one you change to decimal to know how many percent. Okay, so you press this one S to D. So we get 0.0526, right? 0.05625. 0.05625. Okay, as I said before, normally rate we express in percentage. So how to express in percentage? Multiply by 100. So R is 5.625%. Okay, now I show you if you want to round off value T to 4 decimal point. Okay, so just now 8 over 12 is 0.6666, right? Okay, this is fraction. How to change the decimal? You press this one S to D. So 0.6667. So T here, if you want to write in decimal point, will be 0.6667. So just round off to 4 decimal point. No need to take long decimal point. So I equals to PRT. So interest just now 75 ringgit. P 2,000 ringgit. So you want to find R. And then T multiplied by 0.667. So here you will get 2,000 multiplied by 0.6667. 1333.4. 1333.4 R. So R equal to 75. So multiply, you bring to the other side, become divide. So 75 divided by answer. Answer referring to 1333.4, previous answer in this calculator. So we get R equal to 0.056247. So if you round off, 0.05625. Okay. So in this case, you just take 4 decimal points. So 0.0562. 0.0562. 0.0562. So normally R we express in percentage multiply by 100. So in this case, you will get R equal to 5.62%. So this way also acceptable. So don't worry if you write your answer in decimal point and in fraction, I mean for value t here should be no problem. Okay. So the important thing is you know the concept, you get the correct concept, you use the correct formula, and then substitution as well as the working. Now let's look at what is meant by simple amount. So simple amount is the sum of the original principal P and the interest earned, which is value I. So as original principal, amount that we borrow or amount that we invest, and plus the interest. So how to calculate simple amounts? So if you look at formula here, we get S equal to P multiplied by 1 plus RT. So how we get this formula? So if you look at here, S equal to original principal, amount that we borrow or amount that we invest, plus the interest. Okay. So we know that interest just now equal to PRT. So P. So when we factorize P, you take out P. So here we will get P multiplied by 1 plus RT. Okay. P times 1, we get P plus P times RT, we get PRT. Okay. S equal to P multiply 1 plus RT. So we also can say that interest is the difference between simple amount and the principal. Okay, now we have another formula for interest I. So I equal to S minus P. So this simple amount is actually value that you need to pay back at the end of the day or value that you earn at the end of investment period. For example, just now, okay, you borrow 2,000 ringgit. At the end of certain period, you need to pay back 40 ringgit, for example. So at the end of the day, you need to pay how much? Amount of principal just now, 2,000, and then plus interest. So you need to pay back 2,040 ringgit. Okay, you need to pay more than what you borrow. Why more? Because of interest here. So 2,040 ringgit, this one we call it as simple amount. Okay, I give you few keywords for value S. So S normally, how to identify value S? Accumulated value. Okay, accumulated value. Amount that need to pay back. Okay, need to pay back. Or amount that you earn, amount earned at the end of certain period. Okay, at the end of certain period. This one referring to value S. Okay, so how to find interest just now? I equal to S minus P. So let's say you need to pay back 2,040 ringgit, and then you borrow 2,000 ringgit. So means that the amount of interest is 40 ringgit. Okay. Okay, now look at this example, example 2. If 5,000 ringgit is invested for 3 years and 3 months at 5% rate of simple interest, find the simple amount and the interest earned at the end of investment period. Okay, so principal is 5,000 invested for 3 years and 3 months. Okay, so here T, 3 years. So remember, T must be in year, 3 years and 3 months. 3 months. So months convert to year, you divide by 12. So you get 3.25 years. Okay, rate 0.05. Okay, how to calculate simple amount just now? So you substitute using formula S equal to P1 plus RT. So at the end of 3 years and 3 months, you will have 5,812 ringgit and 50 cents. Okay, so this one in case of investment. So means that in your bank account after 3 years and 3 months, you will have this amount. So this is value simple amount, value S. Amount that you will earn at the end of certain period or amount that you need to pay back. Okay, and find the interest earned. Okay, so we know that you get 5812.5 and you borrow 5,000 ringgit. So the difference will be the amount of interest. I equal to S minus P. Okay, now let's look at more examples here. What is the rate of simple interest if 1,650 amounts to 1,705 ringgit after 10 months? Okay, what is the rate of simple interest? The rate we want to find value R. Okay, if 1,650 amounts to 1,705 ringgit after 10 months, so we write value T first here. T 10 months. Months convert to year, divide by 12. Okay, what is 1,650? Okay, note here that value P, principal, amount that we borrow or we invest, should be less than amount that we need to pay back or amount that we will earn at the end of certain period. Okay, provided that there is an interest charge. If there is no interest charge, means that rate of interest equal to 0%, no interest. So in this case, value P equal to value S. Means that if we borrow 1,000, if there is no interest, we also pay for 1,000 ringgit. But if there is an interest charge, value P must be less than value S or value S must be greater than value P. So here 1,650 is value P and 1,705 is value S. Okay, now we want to find value R. So which formula we want to use? Okay, look at which formula that has R in it. So far we have the first formula that we learned, I equals to PRT. Okay, so got R in this formula. And second formula is S equal to P1 plus RT. Okay, this formula also has R in it. Okay, now let's check. Okay, you have value P here. If you want to use I equals to PRT, so we want to find value R. So we also have value T. So similarly here, we have S, we have P, we have T. So we want to find value R. Okay, so if you use this formula, you can find value R. Okay, substitute S equal to 1705 equal to 1650. Multiply 1 plus RT. So T just now 10 over 12. Okay, now you want to find R. Make R as the subject. Okay, this one you can bring to left hand side first. 1705 divided by 1650. 0 equals to 1 plus r times 10 over 12. Okay, solve on left hand side first. 1705 divided by 1650. Okay, if you want to use decimal point like this, you just take up to 4 decimal point only, okay? So let's say I use 4 decimal point here. 1.0333. So if you use fraction also no problem. Okay, you bring positive 1 to left hand side. So positive to left hand side minus. So on right hand side you only have r times 10 over 12. So left hand side here you have 0.0333. Okay, multiply. So 10 over 12 you bring to left hand side here become divide. So right hand side you have r. So r equal to 0.03996. So if you want to express in percentage, multiply by 100. So equal to 3.996%. Or you give to round off to 4% also, no problem. Okay, now let's look at formula I equals to PRT, whether we can use this formula or not. Okay, we have value P and value T. Okay, how about value I? Okay, so we know that I equals to S minus P. So in this question, we also have value S and value P. So meaning to say that we also can use formula I equals to PRT in order to find value R. So I, if we expand this formula, I equal to S minus P, okay, which is value of interest. So S minus P 1705 minus 1650 equal to P 1650 times R times T. So this one amount of interest is 55 ringgit. So multiply this one 1650 multiply by 10 over 10. 1375. So R equal to 55 divided by 1375. So here R equal to 0.04. So expressed in percentage multiply by 100. So here R equal to 4%. Okay. So in this case, you can use either formula S equal to P1 plus RT or I equals to PRT. Okay, both are acceptable. But answer, you just show using one formula only. Okay, now let's look at this example. Number 2, how long will it take the sum of money to double at a simple interest rate of 8% per annum? How long? How long referring to value T. Okay, the time. Okay, in this case, we do not know what is amount of principal and simple amount. So in general, we just write P equal to P. Okay. So here, a sum of money to double. Okay, to double means that we can write S equal to 2P. Okay. So example, if you invest 1,000 to double means that S equal to 2,000. How we get 2,000? 2 multiply by 1000. Okay, now we want to find value T, formula to use. Okay, here R is 8%. Okay, first formula we have I equals to PRT. Okay, let's check one by one. So we don't have I, we have P. P in general equal to, P in general equal to P. So we have R and we want to find T. So since we don't have info about I, so we cannot use this formula. Okay, now look at second formula, which is S equal to P1 plus RT. Okay, what is S? S equal to 2P. Okay, sum of money to double. So S equal to 2P. So P equal to P. We want to find P and we have value R here. Okay, now substitute S equal to 2P. So in general, P equal to P. 1 plus 0.08 P. Okay, bring this P to left hand side. To P divided by P equal to 1 plus 0.08 T. So P divided by P equal to 1. So left hand side we have 2. So this positive one bring to left hand side minus 1. So we have on right hand side 0.08 T. 2 minus 1, 1. 0.08 T multiplies. So to left hand side divided by 0.08. So equal to T. So T equal to, so remember this T is in years. So 1 divided by 0.08 is 12.5 years. Okay. So in this case, if you invest money with rate of 8%, for example, if you invest 1,000, in order to get double, which is 2,000, you need to invest for 12.5 years in order to get double just now, which is from 1,000 to 2,000. Okay, now let's look at number 3. Jenny invested 5,000 in two separate accounts, some at 4% and some at 3% simple interest rate. Okay, we put like this. So Jenny has 5,000, so 5,000 is value P, principal. So she put it into separate account. For example, let's say account A and another one is account B. Some at 4% and some at 3%. Okay, let's say at account A, 4% and account B is 3%. The simple interest earned after 2 years is 380 ringgit. So from these two accounts, after 2 years, okay, T equal to 2, the simple interest earned, so interest earned is 380 ringgit. So this 380 ringgit from these two accounts, okay. Find the amount of principal invested at each rate. So means that at account A just now, what is the amount that she put? Okay. And account B also, what is the amount or value P that she put? Okay, example, I give you example. Okay, she has 5,000 just now. Okay, let's say in account A, she put 2,000. So account B will be, okay, so 5,000 minus 2,000 is 3,000. Okay, now we want to find what is value P at account A, what is value P at account B. Okay, let's say account A, P, I put it as P1. Account B, I put it as P2. Okay, which formula to use? Okay, we want to find amount of principal, means that value P, right? Okay, we have two formulas just now. I equals to PRT. RT and S equal to P1 plus RT. So again, check which formula to use. You check info that you have. So in this case, we don't have info about S. Okay, so we cannot use this formula. So first formula, we have value I, we want to find value P, we have R and we have T. So in this case, we use formula I equals to PRT. So I delete this first. So in this case, we use formula I equals to PRT. So we know that amount of interest earned just now is 380. That 380 comes from these two accounts. So 380, this one comes from interest from bank A. So I put like this first, interest from bank A plus interest from bank B. Okay. So we know that interest from both accounts 380. So how we calculate interest just now? I equals to PRT. Bank B also, how we calculate interest? PRT based on simple interest. Okay, substitute the values 380. So principal R from bank A is 4%. T is 2 years plus. Okay, now look at principal for bank B. Okay, just now I give example. Okay, we have 5,000. If we put in bank A 2,000, meaning to say that bank B we put 3,000. So how we get 3,000 principal for bank B? 5,000 minus 2,000. Then we get 3,000, right? So in general, let's say here we do not know what is value P from bank A. So we can write P2 as originally we have 5,000. So if bank A we put P, so bank B will be 5,000 minus P. Okay, so that is P2 principal in bank B. So here plus P, so P for bank B is 5,000 minus P. So R is 3%. T equal to 2. Okay, expand that part. 5,000 minus P. So 0.06 multiplied by 500 is 300 minus 0.06 P. So make P as the subject. 380 minus 300 equal to 0.02 P. So 80 equal to 0.02 P. So P equal to 80 divided by 0.02. So P is RM 4,000 ringgit. So what is P just now? P is for bank A. So here bank A you put 4,000 ringgit. So if bank A 4,000 ringgit, if you have 5,000, so meaning to say that bank B P2 you put 1,000 ringgit. Okay, 5,000 minus 4,000 is 1,000 ringgit. Okay, now let's look at concept of exact time and approximate time. If the period of investment or loan is given as the time between two calendar dates, okay, two calendar dates here means that let's say you make a loan from 23rd October 2020 until, for example, 30th September 2021. Okay, so this is by between two calendar dates. So this one equivalent to how many days? Okay, we have to decide whether to compute the exact number of days or the approximate number of days. Okay, either we want to use exact number of days or approximate number of days. So when calculating exact time, remember that there are months have 30 or some months have 31 days. So if you look at here, so months with 30 days are January, March, May, July, August, October, December. 30 days, April, June, September, November, and for February, special case, if leap year, 29 days, if non-leap year, 28 days. So that's why in 1 year we have 365 days or 366 days. Okay, if you want to easily remember number of days in that particular month, so you use your knuckle, okay? So bumps up here means that 31 days, so the other will be 30 days. Okay, now look at how to determine whether that particular year is leap year or non-leap year. Okay, so why we need to know that? Because later on, if leap year in calculation of T, so recall formula interest, T must be in year. Okay, so if we have months, so months, how to convert to year? So we divide it by 12. Okay. Okay, if days, how to convert to year? We divide it by either by 365 or 366. Okay, depends whether leap year or non-leap year. So if leap year, we need to divide T by 366. But if non-leap year, divided by 365. Okay, now how to determine whether that particular year is leap or non-leap year? Okay, occurrence of leap year is once in every 4 years. Okay, once in every 4 years. Okay, for example, 2020. So 2020 leap year or non-leap year? Okay, for example, how to determine that particular year is leap or non-leap year? Okay, 2020, year 2020. So since occurrence of leap year once in every 4 years, so divide it by 4. So 2020 divided by 4 will be 505. Okay, take another 1 year. For example, I take 2021. So divide it by 4. So here we will get 505.25. Okay, how to know whether leap year or non-leap year? So if that particular year you divide it by 4, then you get whole number like this, 505. So means that this is leap year. Okay. But if that particular year you divide it by 4, for example here 2021, we get 505.25. So if you have remainder here 0.25, means that not whole number, then this one will be, or that particular year will be non-leap year. Okay, so if you have remainder here, to indicate that particular year is non-leap year. Okay, now let's look at definition of exact time and approximate time. So what is exact time? It is the exact number of days between two given dates. Okay, so exact number of days between two given dates. So meaning to say that if that particular month you have 30 days, then you use 30 days. If that particular month you have 31 days, then you use 31 days. Okay, approximate time. It assumes that each month has 30 days. So we assume all months has 30 days. For example, if August, exact time is 31 days, but if we assume it is approximate time, then we will use it as 30 days. Okay. Or February, for leap year, we have 29 days. But if we apply approximate time, meaning to say that February also will have 30 days. Okay, so that is meant by approximate time. So when we use approximate time, okay, all months equal to 30 days. So we have 12 months, January until December, multiply by 30 days, every month equal to 30 days. So 1 year here will be 360 days. Okay, so this one if we use concept approximate time. If exact time, we will have 365 or 366 days. Okay, so 365 for non-leap year and 366 for leap year. But if we apply approximate time, then 1 year will be equivalent to 360 days. Okay, now look at we have ordinary simple interest and exact simple interest. So recall how to calculate simple interest. I equals to PRT. Okay, now look at value T. Value T must be in year. Okay, so just now if we have months, how to convert to year? Divide by 12. If number of days, divided by 360 or divided by 365 or 366. Depends whether we use approximate time or whether that particular year is leap year or non-leap year. Okay, ordinary simple interest, we use 360 days per year. Okay, so in this case, if you are asked to find ordinary simple interest, so T, value T, for example, I equals to PRT. So T here, if you have number of days, T divided by 360. Okay, so that is meant by ordinary simple interest. T divided by 360. Okay, if exact simple interest, T here, value T, so let's say I equals to PRT. So T divided by 365 or divided by 366. So how to know when to divide by 365 and when to divide by 366? Depend on question. If that question give you 2020, then 2020 is leap year, right? So T divided by 366. If that question give you 2021, it is a non-leap year, then T divided by 365. So again, what is ordinary simple interest? Ordinary divided by 360. Okay, so if you are asked to find exact simple interest, exact means that T divided by 365 or 366. Okay, now if you look at here, simple interest, so either we use ordinary simple interest or exact simple interest. So again, ordinary T divided by 360, if exact, T divided by 365 or 366. So in calculation of time here, T, time. So either we use exact time or approximate time. So recall what is exact time. So if that particular month you have 30 days, then you use 30 days. If that particular month has 31 days, then you use 31 days. That is meant by exact time. So exact time, if ordinary, divided by 360. Okay, then if we use approximate time, so approximate time, just now all months equal to 30 days. Okay. And then if ordinary, then divided by 360. Okay, now here, if exact simple interest, so what is exact just now? Exact divided by 365 or 366. So similarly, in calculation of T here, we have two types of time. Either we use exact time or approximate time. Approximate time, all months equal to 30 days. Exact time, follow number of days in that particular month. Okay, if you look at here, we have one term which is banker's rule. Okay, so what is banker's rule? We use ordinary simple interest and use exact time. So if question asks you, for example, okay, find the amount of interest I by using banker's rule. So banker's rule means that use ordinary simple interest and exact time. So banker's rule, you remember O, remember E. So what is O? O is ordinary. What is E? Exact time. Okay. So remember ordinary divided by 360. O. So how to easily remember that? Okay. So remember banker's rule, OE, ordinary simple interest, E, exact time. Okay, now let's look at this example on how to find the number of dates if two dates are given. Okay. Find the exact and approximate number of days from 14 August 2018 to 26 July 2019. Okay, we want to find number of exact time and approximate time between these two dates. Okay, so recall exact time follow number of days in that particular month. Okay, so for example here 2018. So 2018 is leap year or non-leap year. Okay, you need to know that because February we have 28 or 29 days. So to know whether that particular year is leap or non-leap year. Okay, now look at 2018, start with August. So 31, so in August we have 31 days, right? So August, we start on 14. Okay, so in August, how many days left? So August, we have 31 days. So minus starting date is 14. So in August, we have another 17 days. Okay, for example here, so 1st August up to 31st August. So we start on 14 here. So we have remaining of 17 days. So that's why 31 minus 14 days. Okay, September 30 days, October 31, November 30, and so forth. Okay, now look at 2019. Okay, so start with after December, January. So January 31. Okay, look at February. February, why 28? Okay, you need to know 2019 leap year or non-leap year. So 2019 divided by 4, we get 504.75. So if we have remainder year, means that 2019 is non-leap year. So if non-leap year, February, we have 28 days. Okay, so that is by exact time. Okay, until July 26. Okay, our end date is July 26. Okay, July, why we stop at 26? Because end date is 26. Okay, so don't put 31 here. Yes, July we have 31 days, but here 26 because of the given dates end date here is up to 26 July only. Okay, so that's why we put 26 instead of 31. Okay, if approximate time, which we assume all months equal to 30 days, okay. So August here, August 31, right, just now. So if we apply approximate time, means that we assume 30 days. So 30 minus 14, so starting date here 14, so we have another 16 days in August. So September until June here all equal to 30 days because we use approximate time. Okay, so that is assumption of approximate time. All months equal to 30 days. And July 26. Why 26? Because end date given is 26. So if we total up exact time, if we use exact time, all together will be 346 days between these two dates, 14 August to 26 July. And if we use approximate time, it is only 342 days. Okay, so that is the difference between exact time and approximate time. Exact time, we use exact number of days in that particular month. Approximate time, we assume all months equal to 30 days. Okay, now let's look at number 2. Ariana borrowed 10,000 from a bank on 28 March 2019. So borrow 10,000. So 10,000 is value P, principal. If the accumulated amount was 10,416 ringgit 67 cents, so this is more than P, so means that this is simple amount, value S. And the interest rate was 10%, so R equal to 0.1. find the date of repayment using banker's rule. Okay, date of repayment. So this one, you want to find value T. Okay, so date regarding value T. Okay, using banker's rule. Okay, recall if banker's rule, remember O, remember E. Okay, so what is O? Ordinary simple interest. Ordinary simple interest means that T divided by 360. Okay, you remember this one. O, O. Okay, E means that use exact time. Follow number of days in that particular month. Okay, first we need to know which formula that we want to use. Okay, so we want to find value T here because date regarding T. Okay, it is related to time period. Okay, look at the formula. First formula, I equals to PRT. So we have value T here. Second formula, S equal to P1 plus RT. So we have value T here. Okay, we have P also, we have R. So here also we have P, we have R, we have S. Okay, and if you look at this formula, I also can be written as S minus P. So in this question, we have S and P as well. Okay, so you can use either formula I equals to PRT or S equal to P1 plus RT. Okay, if we look at simplicity, okay, so better we use formula I equals to PRT. Okay, now substitute the value. S equal to 10416.67 minus 10,000 equal to 10,000. R 0.1 and T. Okay, remember T is banker's rule. So banker's rule T divided by 360. Okay. So this part interest is 416.67. 10,000 multiplied by 0.1 is 1,000. Okay. Then multiply by T, 1,000 T over 360. So T equal to 416.67. So divide, you bring to this side, become multiply. And then here multiply, you bring to the other side, become divide. So T equal to 416.67 multiply 360 divided by 1,000. Sorry, 1,000. 150.0012. So this one you just round off to 150. So this one 1,000. 150 days. Okay, days and not year. T must be in year. But in this case, days because we already divide it by 360 here. So that's why here is 150 days. Okay, now we want to find the date of repayment. Okay, given that the loan was borrowed on 28 March 2019. Okay, so now if we want to find the date of repayment, so from 28 March 2019 until when, okay, until which date equal to 150 days. Okay, so in this question we use banker's rule. So banker's rule use exact number of days in that particular month. Okay, now start from March. So month here number of days, for example. Okay, March we have 31 days. So March 31, exact number of days, banker's rule 31. So we start on 28. So minus 28. So we have another 3 days here. Okay, so in March we have 3 days left. Okay, after March, April, May, June. Okay, let's say we stop until June. April, we have 30 days. May, we have 31 days. June, 30 days. So this one already 30, 60, 91, 94 days. So we want 150 days. Okay, let's say we add another one. July, 31 days. Okay, let's total up. This one equivalent to how many days? 3 plus 30 plus 31 plus 30 plus 31. Okay, this one already 125 days. Okay, from March until 31st July, already 125 days. Okay, so up to here already 125 days. So we want total of 150 days, right? So total borrowing period is 150 days. So after July, August, so if here is 125, so 150 minus 125 means that another 25 days here. Okay, so the date of repayment will be on 25th August. 25th August 2019. Okay, so from 28 March until 25th August, equivalent to 150 days. Okay, now question 3. Lina saved 4,000 in a bank. Save 4,000. So P is 4,000. That offered simple interest at 10% per annum. So R equal to 10%. Per annum means per year. After 3 years, she withdrew a sum of Y ringgit from her account. Immediately after her withdrawal, she had a balance of 5,000 in her account. Find the value of Y. Okay, this one, okay, to help you understand this question, you draw a figure like this. You draw the timeline. Okay. Okay, let's say here you put 4,000 ringgit. After 3 years, so let's say this is 3 years. Value T. She withdrew a sum of Y ringgit. So here withdrew Y ringgit. Immediately after her withdrawal means that at this point as well, the balance is 5,000 ringgit. Find the value of Y. Okay. So value at the beginning here is P, principal, and value at the end here is value S. Okay. So it is actually S is given by Y plus 5,000. At the end of 3 years, you have Y plus 5,000. So how to find value Y? So again, which formula that we need to use? So since is value at the end of 3 years, okay, so we use formula S. So we know that S equal to P1 plus RT. So here we know that S is Y plus 5,000, principal 4,000, 1 plus R 10%, and T 3 years. Okay, so T 3 years already in here, no need divide it by 12 or 360 because already in year. So Y plus 5,000 equal to, so this part when you calculate you will get, okay, solve value on right hand side first, 0.1 times 3 plus 1 multiply 4,000. So equal to 5,200. So y equal to 5,200 minus 5,000. So amount that you withdrew just now is actually 200 ringgit. Okay, so this is 200 ringgit. But at the end of the day here, at the end of 3 years here, actually you have 5,200 ringgit. Okay, now number 4. His son deposited 9,000 ringgit in a bank and obtained a simple interest of 2,992 ringgit. So P is 9,000. So I interest 2,592 after 4 years. So he get this amount of interest after invested or deposited for 4 years. How much interest can he obtain if he deposits 3,600 in the same bank for 9 months? Okay, now we want to know what is the amount of interest that Ehsan will obtain if she put 3,600 in the same bank for 9 months. Okay, the problem here is we do not know how much rate of interest from this bank that give him interest of 2,592 after 4 years. So in this case, we need to find value of R first, then we can find amount of interest. Okay, if he put 3,600 for 9 months in the same bank. Okay, so now we have formula, so we have value of I here. So we can use formula I equals to PRT in order to find rate of interest. Sorry, I is 2,592. Principal 9,000. So we want to find rate T for years. Okay, so years already in T already in year, which is 4. No need to divide by 12 or 360. So 2,592 equal to 9 times 4, 36. So here 36,000 R. So R equal to 2,592 divided by 36,000. So R is 0.072. Okay. Okay, now with the same rate, okay, he deposit another amount, okay, which is now second principal. I put it as P2, 3,600. But now for 9 months only. So T months 9 convert to year. T must be in year, divide it by 12. So what is the amount of interest that Ehsan will obtain? So I equals to PRT. So now principal 3,600. Rate just now, okay, in the same bank. So rate is 0.02. Okay, now T 9 months. 9 months convert to year, divide by 12. So when you calculate this one, you will get RM 194 ringgit 40 cents. Okay, now question 5. A deposit of 720 on 30th November 2017 will amount to 750 on 20th February 2018. By using Banker's rule, so remember Banker's rule, OE, ordinary simple interest, and using exact time. Find the simple interest rate being offered. So we want to find value R. Okay, extract the info given. So 720 is P. Okay, amount to 750. So this is value S. Okay, so S must be more than P. Okay, by using Banker's rule, find the simple interest rate being offered. Okay, again, which formula? Okay, now we have formula I equals to PRT and S equal to P1 plus RT. Okay, check the values whether you have it or not. Okay, I, we don't have I, but given P and S, then we can find value I equal to S minus P. So we have P, we have T as well. Okay, how to find T? We need to find number of days between 30th November to 20th February 2018. Okay, then we can find value T. Okay, second formula also definitely can be used, okay, because we have value S, value P, and value T. Okay, now let's say to avoid complexity, so we use formula I equals to PRT. If you want to use formula S equal to P1 plus RT, also no problem. You still get the same answer. Okay, first we need to find value T first. Number of days between the two dates. Month, number of days. So November, December, January, February. So this is 2017, this is 2018. Okay, Banker's rule. Banker's rule use exact time. Okay, so November we have 30 days. So date given here is 30th November. So means that 30 minus 30, 0. So December exact time 31 days. January also 31. Okay, February. Now look at February 2018. 2018 is non-leap year. So again, how to determine non-leap year? 2018 divided by 4. So if you get remainder here, okay, 0.5 means that this is non-leap year. So if non-leap year, February we have 28 days only. Okay, but note here that the date given here, the end date here is 20th February. So here will be 20th. Okay, we stop on 20th. Okay, total number of days here will be 31, 31, 62 plus 22, 82 days. Okay, now how to find the rate of simple interest? Okay, as I said just now, to avoid complexity, we use R equals to PRT. So interest 750 minus 720 equal to 720 times R times T. Okay, T just now, exact number of days, 82 divided by, okay, Banker's rule is using ordinary simple interest. Ordinary divided by 360. So amount of interest here is 30 ringgit. So despite when you calculate, you will get 82 divided by 360 multiply 720. 164. 164 R. So R equal to 30 divided by 164. So R how many percent? 30 divided by answer. Answer referring to previous answer in your calculator, which is 164 just now. So 0.1829. So just round off up to 4 decimal point. 0.1829. So if you want to express in percentage, multiply by 100. So rate here is 18.29%. If you want to use formula S equal to P1 plus RT, also no problem. Okay, you just substitute S equal to 750, P equal to 720, and T also 80 over 360. Okay, so you can get value R. You will still get the same answer. That one also acceptable. Okay, now let's look at concept of present value. Okay, present value here is P. Okay, so present value P is the value in today's money of a sum of money to be received in the future. Okay, So concept of present value also similar to principle. So how to find present value, value P? So look at formula simple amount just now. S equal to P1 plus RT. So P is present value. So you just manipulate this formula. So make P as the subject. Okay. So P equal to S divided by 1 plus RT. Multiply P multiply by 1 plus RT. Multiply, you bring to the other side, become divide. So this one also can be written as P equal to S multiplied by 1 plus RT power of negative 1. Okay. So denominator here, if you want to put it in numerator, you want to bring it up. So the power becomes power of negative 1. Okay. So power of negative 1 here. So this formula and this formula will give you the same answer. Just be careful that if you use this formula, don't forget power of negative 1. Okay, now let's look at example exercise 4. Okay, number 1. How much money should be invested today? Should be invested today. So means that we want to find value P, present value. So that the amount 30 months later is 10,500 ringgit if the annual simple interest is 5%. Okay. So rate is 5%. T 30 months convert to year, divide by 12. Okay. Amount 30 months later is 10,500. So means that this is value S, value at the end of certain period of time. Okay. So remember, when you calculate value P here, the value must be less than S. So your answer here must be less than 10,500 because you have interest here. If you don't have interest, means that if R equal to 0%, so value P is equal to value S because there is no interest. Okay, now again, which formula we need to use? Okay, look at the info that you have. So we only have info about S, R, and T. So can we use formula I equals to PRT? Okay, you check. So you want to find P, we have R, we have T, but we don't have I. Okay, so if you want to use this formula, I equal to S minus P. Okay, but in this case, we want to find P. Okay, look at another formula, S equal to P1 plus RT. Okay, we want to find P here. We have S, we have R, we have T. Okay, try use this formula. So S equal to P1 plus RT. Okay, we know that if you manipulate this formula, P equal to S multiplied by 1 plus RT power of negative 1. Or you also can write it as S divided by 1 plus RT. P equal to S 10,500 divided by 1 plus RT. R 5%. T 30 months. So P equal to RM. Okay, calculate denominator first. 30 divided by 12. And then multiply by 5%, 0.05. And then plus 1, plus 1. Okay. And then S divided by 1 plus RT. S 10,500 divided by answer. Answer referring to your previous value. Okay, denominator value just now. So equal to 9,333 ringgit and 33 cents. Okay, so value P must be less than value S. Okay, if let's say in this question asks you to find the amount of interest. So if amount of interest must be in RM. So interest just now equal to S minus P. S 10,500 minus principal 9333.33. Okay, so in this case amount of interest is 1,166 ringgit 67 cents. Okay, now look at question 2. A loan of RMX was made on 15 July 2018. Okay, you make a loan, so means that this is value P. Simple interest rate of 8%. The accumulated amount on 13 October 2018 was 15,500. Using banker's rule. So again, banker's rule, remember, using ordinary simple interest or an exact time OE. Okay, what are the information given here? Rate 8%, accumulated amount 15,300. So accumulated amount is value S, value at the end of certain period. So find the term of loan in this. Term means that referring to period, okay, which is value T. We want to find value T. So how to find value T here? So given dates is from 15 July until 13 October. So calculate number of days from 15 July to 13 October. So month, number of days. So month start with July 2018, July. After July, August, September, and at October. Okay, October, given date is here is 13. So we start up to 13 October. Okay, banker's rule. Banker's rule means that use exact time. So follow number of days in that particular month. So July we have 31 days. So we start on 15 July. So minus 15. So in July we have another 16 days left. August we have 31 days. September we have 30 days. So if you total up this one, the number of days is equal to, so total here is 90 days. Okay, so T term for this loan is 90 days. Okay, find the value of X, which is value P just now. So we use formula S equal to P1 plus RT. Okay, since we have info about S. So S 15,300 equal to P1 plus RT. R is 8%. Okay, T just now we get 90 days. The term is 90 days. So T must be in years. So 90 days divided by 360. Convert to year. Okay, why divided by 360? Because banker's rule. Okay, so this is because banker's rule. So be careful with question that ask you using banker's rule. So P here equal to, so if you calculate this part, you will get 90 over 360 times 8% plus 1. So you get 50 over 51. So if you want to use decimal point also, no problem, 1.02. So P equal to 15,300 divided by 1.02. So again, value P must be less than value S. 15,300 divided by answer just now, which is 1.02. So P is 15,000, which is less than value S. Okay. So if question asks you to find what is the amount of interest, so interest equal to S minus P. So S just now 15,300, then we get P of 15,000 ringgit. So interest is 300 ringgit. Okay, so if question asks you to find amount of interest.